Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're building anything real as a man. Most men are stuck in their work, podcasts, and to-do lists, thinking that they're productive when really they're not making leadership decisions that could be changing their life forever. In this video, I want to run you through what you could be lacking right now that could be leading you and your family to a better life. But if you don't know what these things are, no awareness equals no success. You must understand where you're going wrong so that you can make better choices that are going to lead you and your family to the life you've always planned to. So run with me now, and we'll break this all down. Now, this might not be something you've seen before, or the steps that I've got here, but the hidden weak habits that are keeping men small today, this one here, number one, over-educating, killed me for years. Let me explain with this, because I'm someone that will always recommend to all my clients and people that I speak to as well, to learn, to grow, to improve yourself. But why is that on the top of my list here? Because the thing is, if you're overstimulated, trying to be everything and do everything, you get fuck all done. I remember in my own life, trying to build businesses, learn Italian, study certain other things around real estate, if it might have been crypto as well, trying to surround myself with so many things to learn and grow and just try and do everything in one basket absolutely crushed me as a man. And the reason why it crushes you is because when you're overstimulated trying to be everything and do everything, you start to realize that nothing's actually fucking changing. And because that sinks in eventually, nothing gets done. Therefore, you're no further than where you were from when you first discussed that you wanted to do something about changing your life. So my advice would be this. Instead of trying to be everything, do everything, understand the concept that people overestimate what they can do in a short period of time, but they underestimate what they can do in a long period of time. So have a look at what you value right now. What do you need to grasp on? What do you need to absolutely put your time, energy, and value into that's going to serve you and your family and your future? Is it learning a certain skill? Is it doing something with people that's going to give back to you and the community? What are these things? Write a list. If it's studying certain things, understanding certain things, re-educating yourself, whatever it is that's going to serve purpose to you, your life, and your future, write it all down and suggest to yourself, what's the first thing on this list that I can start with? Because once you start, then you put your time and energy into that. When you complete that, which won't take you long, and let's say it is months, you've now got it instilled into you. You've got the knowledge. You now have the skills. Tick that one off and get to the next one. Trying to do everything at once, you're everywhere. You are spreading your time thin and energy thin, and therefore in those baskets, you're not 100%. And because of that, you're not really any better than where you were. You might be retaining some information here and there, but you're not really accelerating. And this is where I went wrong for a long time in my life, until I started to take a step back and start recognizing that I only needed a few things at a time. Step one, smash this. Step two, smash this. Okay? We all want to be high value men. And to be high value, you need to know your shit. But this is why men, they age like fine wine. Okay, we're designed to grow our value over time. So use your time wisely. Understand that it takes time to study something. It takes time to learn a skill. You need experience. You need time to fucking get what you want. So I hope you understand that one. Number two now is avoiding conflict, keeping the peace. Let's fucking break this down. My life has been constantly around keeping the peace, pleasing people, right? I was born into that sort of analogy. But because of it, it led me to avoiding conflict. It led me to keeping the peace with people, pretty much being the nice guy and giving in to everyone else before my own needs. And you could probably hear that right now. It doesn't sound right, does it? You know, like you matter more than anyone else alongside your wife, kids, and external family. But yet, why does everyone else come before you? You've heard analogies like fill up your cup first so you can provide to others. But why is it that we avoid this conflict? Because something instilled in us when we were young was to avoid the bad shit, keep the peace, so that we didn't have this. And then this sort of soft justification came around saying, but you're a nice guy. It's important for people to perceive you as something better or to something good. When you come from a place of not giving a fuck, then this is something you seek. It's something that you're okay with. Not necessarily seek, but you're okay with when you confronted to it. Because when someone's taken advantage of you, when your partner may be second guessing your leadership, it's having conversations that you know are not going to be easy to uphold, but are necessary to move the compass needle forward. And that's super important from a leadership perspective, because if you can't handle conflict in general with your partner as well, how do you gain respect from her if you can't even hold a conversation without feeling like you're going to tip on eggshells or walk all over her? Sometimes you need to be firm. Sometimes you need to get your message across. Sometimes a conversation ain't an argument, but a discussion in progress, but it comes across as this. And we need to leave those little fucking shoes aside at the door and become a fucking man and be okay with these conversations. So what do we do here? We start getting good at communicating. We start to put the anger aside, let the emotions at bay, be at peace, be present in the conversation, listen, communicate back and forth until you come to that agreement of understanding so that you can move on. The peace comes later. If you seek peace now, then this will return constantly. And you'll get more miserable, she'll lose more respect for you, and this sort of trend continues to happen. So in the short term, you deal with this, the peace comes later. Because now she respects you more. She appreciates you more. She has that conversation with you rather than breaking your balls. These are the things that are going to start coming in and out when you start to fight back with conflict. Now, number 3 is external approval or praise. This is another level of control. When you start seeking praise or approval outside of you, it literally shows me that you don't have love for yourself. You don't respect your own opinion about you. You need someone else to tell you how it is. This was me for a long time in my life as well. It was such a struggle because I was seeking so much outside of me that it led me to being that sort of peacemaker, that pleaser, because it's what everyone else thinks about me is more important than what I think about myself. So how I ran my business, how I dealt with money, how I showed up with my wife, the presence of all of these things. It was always seeking outside of me, asking other people their opinion, constantly looking for that help where I possibly can without trusting my own intuition and who I was. So where I'm coming from here is that these 3 all lead to comfort, keeping us stuck where we are. And that's the challenge for you right now, is that these weak habits lead to comfort in action that unfortunately keeps you small or where you are as a man today. And I'm not saying that where you are isn't a bad thing. I'm saying that you could be better. And if you're watching this right now, then obviously there is some work to be done. Whether or not it's about your presence, how you are as a man when you show up at home. It could be the fact of your health, how you present yourself, your physique. It also could be yourself, your purpose, your mental game, how are you showing up through discipline actions, Are you following through this and then it leads down a sedation to numb all this pain where you're watching porn or you gamble, you're drinking, taking drugs? What is it in your life that leads you down these areas that keeps you less of a man and keeps you small? They're the conversations you've got to have. Because once you understand that, you can start looking at this as awareness and therefore start implementing actions that's going to help. So this approval one, what you want to start looking into is your purpose, what you're fighting for. Start looking at who you are, your image, what you stand for. Work on your physical health. Start building that muscle within you that starts saying, my fucking opinion matters more than anyone else's. I don't need someone else to tell me I'm doing a good job. I'll fucking tell myself. This is where you need to come from now. So I hope that helps. But understand that if you're playing small, nothing's going to come from that. So let's move forward today. Now, if this helped, DM or comment me growth to let me know that you're fucking done being stuck in this small man syndrome. So if you're ready to change, if you're ready to make actual change to your life, your partner, your health, your mentality, this is the game. Anyway, leave a like, share it to the peeps, and I'll see you in the next video for sure. If you get a lot of value from this, just subscribe. I like to come on here and just give out my opinions wherever I can to help out the men in the community as best as possible. Anyway, you have a good day and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.